Have you ever looked up at the sky and dreamed of flying? Imagine a time when that dream seemed impossible for some, simply because of the color of their skin. This is the story of a group of brave men who refused to let their dreams be grounded. They were the Tuskegee Airmen, the very first African-American military pilots in the United States Armed Forces. They were more than just pilots, they were navigators, bombardiers, mechanics, instructors, and all the support staff who made it possible for those planes to soar. Their story is not just about flying planes, it is about rising above prejudice and showing the world what courage and determination can achieve. They proved that heroes come in all colors. The Tuskegee Airmen are so important because they broke down a huge barrier. Before them, many people in power believed that African Americans were not smart enough or brave enough to fly complex military airplanes. It was a hurtful and untrue idea. These men knew they were just as capable as anyone else. They wanted a chance to prove it, not just for themselves, but for all the people who would come after them. Their journey began in a place called Tuskegee, Alabama, where a special program was created to train them. This program, known as the Tuskegee Experiment, was a test, and the whole world was watching to see if they would succeed or fail. Their story is a powerful reminder that you should never let someone else's opinion define what you can do. The Tuskegee Airmen faced doubt from every direction. They were given older planes and faced unfair rules, but they did not give up. Imagine wanting to help protect your home, your family, your country during a time of war, but being told you could not because of how you look. The military was segregated, which meant that black and white soldiers were kept separate. Worse, many military leaders held racist beliefs, and blocked African Americans from becoming pilots or holding other important roles. They were often given jobs with less responsibility, like cooking or driving trucks, no matter how talented or educated they were. This was a deep and painful injustice that many brave people were fighting to change. Civil rights groups and the African American press worked tirelessly to pressure the government. They wrote articles and organized protests, demanding that black men be given the same opportunities to serve as anyone else. They argued that it was wrong to fight for democracy in other countries while denying it to your own citizens. These voices grew louder and louder until they could no longer be ignored. The government finally agreed to create a training program for African American pilots, but they kept it separate from the white programs. This decision led to the creation of the training facility at Tuskegee Army Airfield in Alabama. Becoming a Tuskegee Airman was incredibly difficult. The selection process sought only the very best. Applicants needed some college education. That was a significant achievement then. They had to pass tough physical and mental exams. The military set the bar extremely high. Thousands of African American men applied from all over. They were eager to prove they could be elite aviators. Cadets arrived at Tuskegee Institute in Moton Field. They faced a rigorous curriculum: aerodynamics, navigation, meteorology, military strategy, mastering aircraft mechanics, learning to fly, learning to fix planes, black instructors, white instructors, both strict. Any mistake could mean being washed out. The pressure was immense. Training divided into stages: primary flight training in Stearmans, taking off, landing, basic aerial maneuvers, advanced training in P-40 Warhawks, testing their skills, their nerve, their ability to think quickly under pressure. Every flight was a test, every successful landing a small victory. When the Tuskegee Airmen finally entered the war in Europe, they were organized as the 332nd Fighter Group and the 477th Bombardment Group. The fighter pilots are, the most famous. At first, they were given older planes and assigned to less critical missions, but their skill and discipline quickly gained the attention of military leaders. They flew with exceptional precision and bravery, proving their capabilities in every mission they undertook. Their primary job was to escort and protect large, slow-moving bomber planes as they flew deep into enemy territory. The pilots of the 332nd Fighter Group became known for a distinctive feature on their planes. They painted the tails of their P-51 Mustang fighters bright red, earning them the legendary nickname, the Red Tails. When bomber crews saw the Red Tails flying beside them, they felt a sense of relief and security. The Tuskegee Airmen developed a reputation for being disciplined and dedicated protectors. Unlike some groups, the Red Tails famously stuck close to the bombers, forming a protective shield around them. Their motto was "Protect the bombers at all costs." The Red Tails flew over 1,500 missions across Europe, North Africa. They destroyed hundreds of enemy aircraft in the air, on the ground, enemy trains, boats, and other vital targets. Bomber crews began specifically requesting the Red Tail Angels to escort them on their most dangerous missions. In over 200 escort missions, they gained a legendary reputation for not losing a single bomber to enemy fighters, a record unmatched by any other group. The cost was high, more than 150 killed in training and combat, others were shot down and spent time as prisoners of war. When World War II ended and the Tuskegee Airmen returned home, they did not receive a hero's welcome. They came back to the same segregation and discrimination they had left behind. Despite their incredible service and sacrifice, they still faced prejudice in housing, education, employment. It was a painful and honestly unjust reality. Many skilled pilots and mechanics could not find jobs in the new commercial aviation industry, which was not ready to hire black pilots. But these men were not defeated. The same determination that carried them through the war now fueled their fight for equality as civilians. Many used the GI Bill to further their education, becoming doctors, lawyers, teachers, business owners. Some chose to stay in the military, where their stellar record became a powerful argument for desegregation. In 1948, President Harry S. Truman signed Executive Order 9981, ending segregation in the armed forces. For many years, the story of the Tuskegee Airmen was not widely known, but they never forgot their bond, and they continued to share their story. Historians and filmmakers began to uncover and celebrate their incredible achievements. Their legacy grew, inspiring new generations to dream big and overcome obstacles. In 2007, the Tuskegee Airmen were collectively awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, one of the highest civilian honors in the United States. At the ceremony, President George W. Bush saluted them, offering a long-overdue thank you for their service and for helping to change the country for the better. Today, their story is taught in schools, celebrated in museums, like the Tuskegee Airmen National Historic Site in Alabama, and remembered every time we see a person of color reach for the sky. They were not just pilots, they were pioneers who opened doors and created opportunities for millions. They taught us that true bravery is about facing injustice with dignity, and proving that character, not color, is what defines a hero. Their flight was for all of us. Our dreams can truly take flight.